Steve, how familiar are you with Mr. Rogers?
Yeah, I watched Mr. Rogers as a kid. He seemed like a nice guy.
Did you know Tom Hanks is playing him in a movie this year?
Oh, yes. Well, only because you told me this last time. And I said, God, we just did the documentary, so why do we need another version of this?
Well, we need a dramatic version of it, a dramatization of it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'll watch it. No, actually, I'll say I probably won't watch it because in preparing for this episode, I realized there are many Tom Hanks movies I have never seen. This is embarrassing.
So you won't watch it because you need to catch up on his others, or?
Well, I think I won't watch it because I tend not to watch a lot of his movies. So judging by that trend, I'll probably skip it.
So you're not a Tom Hanks guy?
That's a funny question because I like him. I got no problem with him, but for some reason I get an feeling. And I know he's one of the great actors of his generation. He's an everyman, and he really is. He's a fine actor. He's great. But for some reason, I missed a lot of his films. I mean, I'm looking through his IMDb, and not that we necessarily need to go through all this, but there's a lot here I haven't seen.
This is Dave's patent-pending IMDb search through the show, because we're giving our patent-pending top 5 list tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, all right. I mean, have you seen Dragnet?
I've never seen Dragnet. Oh, God. How many movies are you going to make me say I haven't seen?
All right, so I'll just say there's a lot, and maybe we'll go through them. All right, okay, so...
Because we don't want to give away our list yet.
Yeah, because then they'll just deduce this guy doesn't know anything. He's just picking the few that he's seen, which is actually pretty close to reality.
Oh, jeez. So, I've probably seen more than you then.
I think
but yeah,
have.
there's a few I haven't seen. One of his was on my list for movies I should have seen but haven't yet. Yeah. And that was Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, that's a bad one. But there's a lot here that I mean, honestly, I feel like I've seen more of his 80s than I have through his 90s and 2000s. And then he's got recent stuff like The Post, which I saw, but it's just, I don't know, way overrated, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, it's Steven Spielberg, Meryl Streep, so it had big names in it. But yeah, I wasn't blown away by it or anything. But I love Tom Hanks just as like a personality. Like, I love his interviews and stuff. He like seems like a really down-to-earth guy.
Oh, yeah,
and,
I don't think I've seen a Tom Hanks interview.
Oh, my goodness. You didn't have
No, you watch Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah.
You catch up on Hollywood gossip, and you watch the Tony Awards.
No, I don't watch the Tony Awards. Okay. That's one award show I don't watch. Okay. Actually, I'm not a big Grammys guy either.
No?
No. I for some reason, I've never been into the Grammys.
I think if you're not, it's weird. I think as you get, once you're past 18, music
right.
changes. And so
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, especially with the MTV Movie Awards and the MTV Music Awards. Get out of here with that. I think the MTV Movie Awards just passed, actually.
I think it did too, and I saw something about something, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is why I watch.
Something about
it's just passing on Twitter. I'm like, yep, that's why I don't watch.
It's exactly why I don't watch.
I think I stopped MTV at like 16.
Yeah. It's been a while for me. I used to watch MTV2 a lot for the music videos because they seem to play more music videos than like the other stuff. Yeah. And then that was the idea.
Well, no, that was like sort of their answer to VH1 because once they started going reality TV,
right.
You know, I mean, this is not a new story, but yeah, I don't know anything. Although I think, what is the point of MTV? Is it just advertisement for teenagers? Is that what that is, or is they? Yeah, I don't know what they do now.
They got like Teen Mom, Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore. I think you're showing your age there on Jersey Shore, but although I couldn't name one.
You don't know Jersey Shore?
Well, I know, but that's long gone now, isn't it?
No, it's back.
It's back?
Yeah, it's back. It came back last year.
No way.
Yeah, that's one of my guilty pleasure shows.
They did do a, was it MTV that did a Siesta Key show?
Oh, really? That's right around where we live.
Yeah, a little south of us, if anybody cares about the area. Beautiful island. Beautiful beach island.
We're talking about MTV. We're talking about islands.
Well, I think it was... Wow, what were we talking about MTV for? But I think it was supposed to be like a Florida version of Laguna Beach.
Okay.
I think that was the idea there.
Interesting. So like Siesta Beach, Siesta Key.
Something like that.
Interesting.
But I did not watch it. Did you ever watch Laguna Beach?
I've never watched Laguna Beach or the Hills or anything.
It's the stupidest thing ever.
But I watched Jersey Shore, and I'm proud of it.
Good for you. Snooki is got it. It's got something.
It's just entertaining. I don't know. Just watching these train wrecks, and they're just likable. Some of them got likable over the years, know. So, anywho, Tom Hanks, he's a fun personality. You should watch some of his interviews. Jeez Louise.
How fun is he? Really fun?
Yeah,
to crack jokes.
Yeah, he's down to earth. Like he seems like a normal dude, like not like a movie star, which
it's
I love.
Just an act, man. He's just a good actor.
Well, that's true. Well, see, you're always harsh on my mellow, bro. But watch some of his interviews. He's great. He's a fun guy.
What are you getting out of a celebrity interview? What are you learning? It's just, hey, what did you think about the movie you did? Well, I thought it was a really good job.
No, not those interviews. Okay. Not those kind of interviews, you son of a bitch. I'm talking about long form interviews, like the Mark Maron podcast, where they do long form. Talk about their childhood and their where they came from, and
he was on
like
Maron?
Funny no, he wasn't specifically, but you asked me what I get from celebrity interviews.
Gotcha.
That's what I get. Their background, their like what got them to where they are.
Okay.
That interests me.
Gotcha. All right, so fair enough.
So geez Louise, it's okay, but there's a long form interview on Kevin Pollak.
Yeah.
He has a show. It's a podcast and a YouTube channel. He did like a 2-hour episode with Tom Hanks.
Really?
And that you learn a lot about him. And it's kind of like, you ever watch Inside the Actors Studio?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I've always loved like interviews like that. Yeah. So that's, Dave, is what I get from celebrity interviews, if
amazing.
You must know.
Oh, I'm glad I know now. So
yes.
Not the cheap, shallow questions, but you like the deep dives.
Right. Yes, because I honestly, when new movies come out, I hate watching those interviews. It's like they're going to say, oh, I really love this project.
What
and
is the
yes,
point?
it was so fun. Yeah, I really loved. They're never going to say, oh, this was a bitch to film.
It's got to be that they just want to have the face on the camera.
Right.
And that's really it. And just to have them look pretty or
Right.
handsome on the screen. And that's because there is no substance here.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But the shallow people
Well, you know what I
that
hate even
watch
more?
this are, who their target audience is.
That's true. What I don't like, just to further this, is that when the actor's like, yeah, what I really love about this character is she's so this, or he's got this thing, and it just always sounds hollow. Like I get it,
Right.
like they're trying, but like I just need to see it on screen to make my judgment.
But that's the thing about Tom Hanks. He gives
This
you.
is good. He's trying to stay on topic here.
No, I'm just saying though. Like I feel like he's real about it. It's just he feels genuine. So maybe that's why you haven't seen his movies, because you don't watch his interviews. Jeez,
I need to like him more as a human being.
Yes,
maybe
please.
I'll watch more of his catalog.
So yeah, I'm a big Tom Hanks advocate. Fan, but like I going through his IMDb. Yes, I haven't seen a lot of it. There's a big chunk that I've missed.
Yeah, if we've got time,
his.
I'm gonna roll through.
Do it.
Like I like to.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, go ahead. What's your number 5? So, anyways, what are we doing? We're doing our top 5.
Top 5 Tom Hanks movies. Check out his long form interviews if you don't like his movie or if you enjoy his movies.
Before you listen to this, though, please go on iTunes and rate us, review us.
Please.
We'd really appreciate that.
We have a minimum. Are we minimum 5-star or we go 4-star? We don't want bad.
Well, I mean, are you asking what we're at right now?
No, I'm asking.
I know. I want honest. I want honest reviews.
So, like, these guys are idiots. They have a topic and they digress and talk about MTV for 10 minutes.
I want long form reviews.
Okay.
I want them to give
Deep
their.
dive.
This is the reason. When I was a child, my dad listened to this radio host who reminds me of you, and I want them to really dive deep into their review.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. For real, though, that does help us. And, we love doing this show for all of you guys, and we would love your little bit of support, just a rating and a very long, maybe 5 pages of how much you love us.
That would help. Thank you so much. But I don't know how you did your list. Mine are just my favorite Tom Hanks movies. I mean, it's not necessarily his best performances,
right?
Or
I
anything.
did the
It's
same.
just my favorite movies with Tom Hanks. But I would love for you to kick us off.
All right, now this one I'm gonna throw a bone, even though it's not a movie that I. Well, okay, so I will modify my last statement. Is I did include performance, not just movies.
Okay.
It did weigh in. In my number 5 is Forrest Gump. It's not a movie that I love, but I cannot deny this amazing performance by the actor. You almost forget that he's there's Tom Hanks there.
Right.
It's just a person you're watching on screen. It's fantastic. Again, it's not my favorite movie.
I know.
I cannot deny how great he was in this.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. That's assuring, not assuring, but it's relieving to hear that from you because that didn't make our top 50 that we did a couple months back.
Had a problem with that,
but The Notebook did. But yeah, I appreciate you having that on. It's going to be higher up on my list.
All right. Well, do you want to just go into that, or do you want to wait? It's number one.
It's number one. Yeah, I mean that's my number one Tom Hanks movie. Thanks, Dave, for the suspense on that. Yeah, it's my number one. I mean, like you said, I mean you don't even realize it's Tom Hanks at that moment. Yeah. His performance, especially at the end when he's talking to Jenny's grave and saying talking about their son and everything. All he wanted was for Jenny to love him, and and
then she waits until she's about to die.
That's what I don't see. That's what I don't get. Why you don't like the movie? It's like that's life. That's part of life.
She just took advantage of this guy.
I know, but hey, a lot of shitty things happen in good movies.
It's the thing about, just to piggyback on what you just said too, is that I really couldn't imagine this movie. I have my problems with this movie. I couldn't imagine this movie working at all with any other actor. It would be absurdly stupid,
right.
I think.
Yeah.
He's the only actor, I think, possible that can make this movie credible.
No, definitely. Yeah, there's just something likable about the character, likable about, just the way he delivers his lines and everything. But I just love that it's just like a pop culture movie, It goes through history, and Vietnam War,
it's a good concept.
Yeah, absolutely.
Meeting Nixon,
how this
meeting Elvis as a kid, all that stuff.
All this stuff this guy went through, and he just wanted someone to love him and wanted to find love, and ended up with a son, which was great for him because it gave him a purpose again, and
Lieutenant Dan.
And Lieutenant Dan, good old Lieutenant Dan. But yeah, I love Forrest Gump. I'll always love Forrest Gump. It's just one of those movies that just is so enjoyable to me. And Tom Hanks, again, like you said, you can't see anyone else in this role. Totally deserved the Oscar for it.
Yeah,
and he was the first one to win leading actor 2 years in a row. He won the year before for Philadelphia. Fun fact for you.
A movie I have not seen.
I have not either.
So here we go, blind spots galore. How do you want to do this next? You want me to go at number 4, or do you want to do your number 5?
No, let me give my number 5, okay, since you stole my number 1. I'm actually I wasn't expecting you to have Forrest Gump on your list. I thought you were gonna keep it out of spite.
I am aware out of spite. That's what you think of me. Here I'm being generous to my co-host. So he's like, this fucker's gonna keep it out.
You never know with you, Dave. You never know. My number 5 is I don't know if it's a well-known movie of his, but it's just one I watched as a kid. I watched with my cousins a lot. And it's a music movie, and it's one he directed. He actually isn't in it that much, but it's That Thing You Do.
Oh, I have not seen it. Sorry.
No, it's quite all right. It's just one of those movies. Again, it's about a story. It's kind of like it's like in the 50s.
It's like a Beatles kind of thing?
It's actually 60s. Yeah, kind of Beatles-ish. Starts in a small town and makes it big, and the fallout and everything from that.
What is he, like the manager?
Yeah, he's the manager of them.
Who was the actors? Do I know anybody?
Oh man, no. It's Steve Zahn is in it. He's he's a guitarist. What's his name? I can't think of any of the actors' names. But
sorry, it's great when one person doesn't know, and then they put the other person on the spot.
Do you remember who Emma Stone's husband ended up being in La La Land?
No.
That actor. Well, anyways, he's in it. He's the drummer. Okay. Liv Tyler's in it.
Oh, interesting.
I believe it was Charlize Theron's first movie.
Really?
She's got a small little role in it. And the son from Vegas Vacation, Rusty from Vegas Vacation. Yeah. But yeah, That Thing You Do, again, it's a movie I kind of grew up with, and again, it's fond memories with me and my cousins, and great songs in it. Love the main song, which is called That Thing You Do. No, we just watched it together. All right, we would have sleepovers, and this would be one of
the songs. I'm going to be the drummer. I'm going to be the guitarist. I'm going to be the All right, here's my part. You come in here.
Yeah, and the drummer is called Shades because he wears sunglasses.
Sounds badass.
It's I hate you so much. It's so fun though. Anyways,
it's like a feel good kind of movie.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm going. Favorites. Again, he directed it. He didn't star in it. He was in it, but
he directed. Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I said at the very beginning. But
I'm not paying attention.
You never do. But my number 5 is That Thing You Do. The band is called The Wonders, and there's a little joke at the beginning. They were going to spell themselves as O-N-E Ders, Wonders, and the like local bars kept calling them the Oneaters.
So you ready for my number 4?
Yeah, let's go for your number 4.
This is crazy.
I hate you so much.
So my number 4 is, I hope you've seen this one. If you didn't, I hope you have. I'm putting it all in it. But my number 4 is The Burbs.
I love The Burbs. I was debating putting this on my list, but yes, The Burbs, great choice.
Carrie Fisher is in this.
Yeah,
movie.
she is. Yeah, plays his wife.
I wouldn't call this the best Tom Hanks performance.
No,
but he's great as kind of the regular guy,
right?
And he's living the insane neighbors. I don't know the name of all of them. I think Bruce Dern is.
Yeah, Bruce Dern's in it, the crazy military guy.
Yeah, and
Corey Feldman's in it.
Corey Feldman. Pizza Dude! I've seen this movie a lot. But I don't know the name of the actor, and I really love him. He's the kind of fatter...
From Groundhog Day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the name of the actor either, but yeah, he's great.
Love that guy. Yeah. And then the crazy neighbors, all this stuff. And
They're so creepy.
Yeah, it's about trying to be... You're like a normal middle-class guy, or maybe even upper middle-class guy, who's got your weird neighbors telling you about something that seems impossible, and then...
Right.
You think they're insane, and then you start going in the rabbit hole, and you're like, you go crazy about it. It's great.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was debating putting this on my list because this reminds me of my childhood as well. You definitely go down that rabbit hole. At first, you think, they're Tom Hanks even thinks they're crazy for thinking that these neighbors have anything to do with anything, but it turns out they are not so good.
That was well cast.
Yeah, that like the doctor and stuff, and that weird like guy with like the mutton chucks. That guy was always creeped me out as a kid. I don't know, something about him offering them sardines for like a snack.
Yes, sardines. What a great movie! And maybe I think that's more of a childhood thing where that was legitimately kind of freaked out.
Yeah, definitely.
But then even seeing it as an adult, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I love that movie.
Citizens arrest! Citizens arrest!
I want to say the last time I watched that was in the hospital when my daughter was born.
Oh, wow.
We were there for a couple days, and I want to say we watched it then. But yeah, great movie. I love that movie. I think it's on Netflix still, actually. So
he basically loses. He's on the verge of losing everything because he's so obsessed that he thinks his neighbors are murderers. And and he's proven right.
Yeah, so, exactly. All the bones in the trunk at the end.
Yeah, and so the neighborhood watch. You gotta be vigilant.
Good stuff. Yeah, I'm glad you had that on the list.
Thank you. I'm so glad you saw it.
My number 4 is a movie I know you've seen now. Is Toy Story. I think Tom Hanks is great as Woody.
Yeah, so we're doing voice.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Was that not in the rules?
Just fucking with you. Great call. Well, even voice performances, they are worthy. Yeah. I mean, they come across.
I think he makes a perfect Woody. Woody. Just because, he plays that. Are you looking at me because I made that little Woody joke?
Woody joke. Oh, my God.
That was actually a fun fact. That was the name of my bird growing up. We had a family bird named Woody. So
that's not a fun fact.
Well, it was named after Woody the Woodpecker because it used to sing the song.
Oh, really?
I can't whistle into a microphone. But anyways, Toy Story. Tom Hanks as Woody. I think he's a great choice for the role as Woody. Just totally plays. His voice just totally comes through with that character, and
it's amazing what he's not on screen, but yet you get everything you need from that voice, and it takes it is acting.
Right. Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah. I think voice acting definitely needs more recognition.
Well, I think it's
in the awards game.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah.
You know?
But I think it's become more prominent.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, almost every animated movie that comes out now is, well stocked with famous, big time actors.
Yeah, definitely. I think that like the first big actor to ever be like in an animated movie was Aladdin with Robin Williams back in like '92. I think that was like the first like movie to have this like big name actor in it, which is interesting because now there's.
That's the deal.
Yeah, that anytime an animated movie comes out, you have to have a big name actor.
And I think it makes a big difference.
Definitely,
And not just for the fact that they're really good actors, but it's nice for the audience to recognize a name.
And it's cha-ching because the parents want to see it because, it's not just the kids who want to see it, it's the parents who want to see it because they like this particular actor.
Yeah, it's not just random voice guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And at the time this came out, I mean, this was, Tom Hanks at the height of, Forrest Gump, Philadelphia, coming off 2 Oscars. You had Tim Allen, who you think is like a nobody now, but like back then he had Home Improvement and he was a huge star then. So like you had 2 huge names there back then. But yeah, Toy Story, I mean, we're going to get into this. It'll be episodes ago probably by the time this episode comes out, but we're going to talk about that movie in an episode tonight. But yeah, just great story about change and friendship and everything like that. I just don't want to give too much away before we talk about it in our next episode, which you guys already heard.
Excellent. You ready for me to go to my number 3?
Dave, I'm always ready. Yes,
you are so ready. My number 3 is a movie you have not seen. It's Saving Private Ryan. Now this isn't my favorite movie. I think it's got some problems. I think, this actually made my top 5 movie openings because the opening 20 minutes is just amazing. But while I don't think the movie is perfect, Tom Hanks basically holds together this whole story and this whole cast. And it's hard for you to kind of chime in and agree with because you haven't got into this. It's a big black mark on your soul.
Yes.
Please watch this movie, even though I just sort of said it's not my favorite. But yeah. Tom Hanks and Saving Private Ryan. That's pretty much all I have here.
Tom Hanks and Saving Private Ryan. All right.
It's just,
I mean,
he's good in it, and he is the lead.
Right.
And just as I guess it's more of a tribute to Tom Hanks in the sense that you can kind of put him in anything. I mean, like we were talking about The Post earlier. I think we mentioned how I didn't really like it, but it was still good. He was still competent. When he was on screen, he does a good job.
Right.
I mean, the guy never really mails it in, or even if he is, I don't know.
You never know. It kind of goes. You were saying how Jimmy Stewart was like the everyman, and now like
seems like he's our generation.
Tom Hanks, yeah, absolutely. I wonder who will take up the mantle after him.
It's funny.
Probably James McAvoy. I was just kidding.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking
unless you agreed, then I would totally have owned that.
He's got a lot of bad movies, though.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why that name came to mind. Probably just because of all his different personalities. He's definitely more, and he's a lot of comedy, which I know Tom Hanks has too. Yeah, who would be like the younger Tom Hanks? Yeah, I don't know.
It's a good one for Twitter.
Yeah, we'll have to circle back on that one. Let us know on Twitter.
Just for that, if we can hang here for a sec, because I really have almost nothing to say about Saving Private Ryan, is that just comparing Tom Hanks to Jimmy Stewart. Now, Jimmy Stewart had I don't want to say he had more range, but he played. When Tom Hanks goes insane, it's his older movies and for laughs. Think about The Burbs, where he goes nuts.
Yeah. 80s Tom Hanks was for laughs.
And he does show that range. And I'm just kind of wondering, because, I mean, we've gone through some of the Jimmy Stewart ones. I mean, he's the aw shucks guy, but like Vertigo, he's a creep.
Right, yeah.
So
definitely. He definitely goes there.
Tom Hanks do anything like that?
Yeah. Have we ever seen Tom Hanks as a villain? I mean, I've seen. I mean, obviously, we've spoken on his acting with Forrest Gump and.
Have you ever seen Cloud Atlas?
I haven't.
Now that's an interesting one.
Yeah,
it's not on my list, and that's on my short list for performances because he plays multiple characters, and one of those characters is a bad guy.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, I know Road to Perdition. He's technically like a mob guy, but he's not really. I wouldn't really call him a bad guy in that movie. You haven't seen it?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's pretty bad. Yeah.
Have you seen Captain Phillips?
No.
Okay. No, I was just going to say that there's a great scene with him at the end, which I don't want to give away. But yeah, great acting performance. Yeah, I'd say so.
See, that's the thing. It's an eh. That's
I know.
That's my general Tom Hanks feeling. It's
not Tom Hanks though. I think it's just the movies he's in. Have you seen like the Da Vinci Codes and things?
I have.
Oh, okay. I have not.
I've seen all three of those.
Okay,
and he's pretty good in them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
Okay, I was just curious.
Here I am again saying, they're just pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about those movies. Is he too everyman? Is he? I don't, because I don't want to call him boring. He's certainly not boring.
Yeah. Are we going to turn against Tom Hanks?
No, we're not. No. Even if that was a hot take, I honestly love Tom Hanks.
No, he's a great actor, absolutely.
But anywho,
it is interesting to explore that, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Because is he too everyman? Forrest Gump is certainly a challenging role.
Right, yeah, that's where you had to totally...
Philadelphia, I would assume, too, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I would guess it's really challenging.
Yeah. I've seen, like, clips of it and stuff, and, yeah, I mean, he had to, like, lose weight for it and stuff and, like, totally, transform himself. There's another movie we're definitely going to talk about because it's on my list.
Okay. So let's move on,
we'll
then?
see more of his range. But,
all right, that was my number 3.
My number 3 is, this should be on your list. It's a movie where he plays a kid. He was little, but now he's big.
Hey, that's my number 2.
Ah, nice.
And we did an episode on that.
Yeah, we did. Back in the day.
Oh, a long time ago.
Ooh, that was, back when we had different microphones. I think that was around Planes, Trains, Automobiles time, back when we did that.
Good stuff.
Thanksgiving time-ish.
Those are the days.
I remember we had to like power through that. We were trying to like.
It was kind of a hard movie to analyze.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard movie to analyze, and I think it ended up being like a half-hour episode, so it wasn't not too bad. So go back and listen to that one.
But a really good movie.
Yeah, I love this movie, man. I mean, it's just it's especially when you watch it as a kid. It's just like I want to be an adult, but I still want to do kid things, and it's got that element to it, which is fun to watch. But even watching it again as an adult, it's like, I want to do that now as an adult. I want to get an apartment with a trampoline and pinball machine and a Pepsi machine. And
it's so funny watching him like straddle that I have an adult body but a kid's mind.
Right.
And it's totally believable. Once again.
Yeah.
Somehow this guy just does it, and he's got, I love that line where he brings the girl back to his place. He's like, I don't know where it is, but he's like, wait, you mean sleep over?
Yeah.
Let's like play basketball and bounce on my trampoline. She's like, no, I thought we were going to hook up.
Yeah. He says, oh, you mean sleep over? He says, I get top. And he means top bunk. And she's just like, oh, okay. I get to be on top. But yeah, Big is just, I mean, that's just one of, it's got, that famous piano scene he's playing with Robert Loggia in the FAO Schwartz store. And it's just a very famous movie, very famous. If you don't like this, you don't have a heart, I believe.
Yeah, you suck if you don't like this movie.
Yep. That's our stance here at Blockbuster Mentality.
Official point of view.
If you don't agree with us, you suck. That was my number 3 and your number 2.
Yeah.
So I believe we're on to my number 2.
That's correct.
My number 2, I believe, will be your number 1. It's Castaway.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Good job.
Yeah, Castaway. I mean, another great. It came out in 2000, 2001,
something like that,
one of the two. But yeah, just you wouldn't think just a man by himself on an island would be interesting.
Reminds me a movie that came out more recently is with Robert Redford. I think this was on Netflix called All Is Lost. Did you see that?
I did not, but I know what you're talking about.
Very similar.
Yeah. And
I'm not even sure if there's a line of dialogue in that movie, but Robert Redford's a great actor, but very much engrossed in it. And same idea. This plane crash scene.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. Yeah. I have a fear of flying. So every time I get in a plane, my mind runs through, we're going to crash and this is, what's going to happen? What's going to be my state of mind? What am I going to be thinking about? And then I freak out. Anyway, this happens every time on a plane. And it really happens to this guy. He's sent off to like Malaysia or something to fix some problem.
He's a FedEx guy, so he's got to go. Yeah. he's got to fly somewhere for that. Yeah,
he gets somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. This thing strands, and he starts figuring out like, I'm not. I think that it was like he figures out the search area would be far too great for anyone to ever find him.
Right. Yeah.
And it's just pulling out the tooth.
Oh, that was brutal. With a ice skate and but
there's another one with a physical transformation though, because he's sort of plumpy
and and I think they had to like take like a 6-month break in production so he could lose weight, and then
he's like
be
tanned
skinny.
and loses like 40 pounds. He's got a spear and like goes like a caveman.
Just gets the fish. I love this movie. It's just so so unique, and how he's keeping that one package with the wings, you know, kind of as his motivation to maybe kind of like his hope. It's a symbol of hope, I'd say. Is that package?
Yeah, because he delivers it at the end. And he says like, "This is what I was supposed to do," or "You're saved. This thing saved my life."
Right. Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, he leaves a note or whatever that says that. Yeah.
And I guess that kept him. That was his job.
Yeah.
So that kept him grounded to reality somewhat.
Right.
I got to deliver this package.
Right.
And that was like
this
his
is
closure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love that element to it. Like that's
great movie.
That's what got him off the island. Yeah, he had his the pictures of his wife or whatever, Helen Hunt and stuff that kept him going. But that package was definitely the symbol. And for him to return and have his wife married to someone else because he's technically dead.
Yeah, he comes back to this big ceremony, and there's this feeling of emptiness. Mm-hmm. I made it all the way back, but of course he's changed too.
Yeah, definitely.
Even if she didn't remarry, what would he come back to? Who would he be? Who would they be?
Yeah. Yeah, he looks at the cooked like lobster or crab at the party for him, and he's just like, "Are you serious? Like, I ate this stuff raw,
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just, and then I love the element with Wilson, giving him someone to talk to, just to like kind of pass the time.
He loses him. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, I know that you wouldn't think a man losing a volleyball would make you cry, but him losing Wilson is just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. I think we've definitely dominated this movie through the top 5. But I really do like it. And there's that one scene where he's trying to, I think he gets some kind of a dinghy at first. It doesn't work. But the first time he's trying to get through the surf and he just can't.
Yeah.
That's like so demoralizing.
I know. It's like, man, this guy can't catch a break.
I know.
In that one scene where he needs more rope to finish his raft, and he's like listening to Wilson. He's like, I know. He's like, I got to go up there, and then you see him pulling up the rope, and it's like a log that he obviously tested to see, if it. He was going to commit suicide, but he wanted to test it first, and it broke the branch or whatever, and he could have ended up with a broken leg and then suffered to death rather than just a quick death. That realization there that this guy was ready to kill himself,
'Cause what else would you do?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't live there forever.
And just for me, anyways, the last thing I want to say on it is just it has one of the best monologues ever in film, I'd say. It's not the best, but one of the best is when he's talking to his friend once he gets back and just saying, just how, telling him about his time there and just about, how he tested about committing suicide, and basically the end of the speech just saying like, who knows what the tide will bring. You got to keep moving, you got to keep fighting. Who knows what the tide will bring. I love that scene. I've always, the score that's going along with it and everything. I just love that monologue. It's always stuck with me ever since I saw Castaway.
Excellent stuff, and a hell of a perspective on life.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
that. I mean,
man,
just
because I think it says like 4 years later once he, because I think that scene of him like spearing the fish and you see him like all skinny and stuff, I think that's right after he pulls his tooth or whatever.
Brutal.
So bad.
I love how he sort of figures out the the tides and all that stuff, or the time of year. When's the best time to go?
Like the sunlight thing he makes too, like it's like a little curve and stuff. It's just like
I could never do that.
Nor could I, my friend.
Chance.
but yeah, Castaway. That's my number 2. That's your number 1. My number 1 was Forrest Gump. We already spoke about.
Great stuff.
So real quick, what's your 5 through 1?
My number 5 is Forrest Gump. My number 4 is The Burbs. Which I really love.
That's great.
Number 3, The Saving Private Ryan. Number 2, Big. And number 1, our clear favorite here is Castaway.
Yes, sir. My number 5, That Thing You Do.
Yeah.
Number 4, Toy Story. Number 3, Big. Number 2, Castaway. And number 1, Forrest Gump. Definitely had Burbs as an honorable mention. Had Catch Me If You Can as an honorable mention with Leo DiCaprio, also a Spielberg film. Did you ever see The Terminal?
No. I'm so bad.
I shouldn't even ask what you've seen.
It's embarrassing.
But Captain Phillips was a soft honorable mention. I think that's definitely worth a watch. I think it's a great performance by him in that film. But yeah, that's Tom Hanks. Are you
Bonfire of the Vanities?
I never even heard of it.
Joe versus the Volcano?
No. Oh, God.
I think I did. He was in Tales from the Crypt for one episode. That's kind of funny.
Oh.
League of Their Own?
Nope. Oh, yeah, I have seen that.
I have Sleepless in Seattle.
Parts of it.
I think I went and saw that in the movie theater,
yes,
but don't know anything about it. Philadelphia, no for me.
No.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Apollo 13.
Yes.
No for me. The Thing You Do, yes for you. You've Got Mail.
Yes.
I think that's a no for me. Saving Private Ryan.
No.
The Green Mile.
Yes, that's an honorable mention too.
I have not seen that.
Oh my God.
Terrible. By the way, Castaway was the year 2000.
Thank you.
Let's see. Road to Perdition. You saw that, right?
Yep.
I have not seen that. Catch Me If You Can. I have not seen.
What?
The Terminal. I have not seen. Polar Express.
No.
I saw that. It's not very good. The Lady Killers.
No.
Me either. Elvis.
We're a movie show, folks.
I know, right? This is terrible. Da Vinci Code.
No, I haven't seen any of those.
Okay, I saw all 3 of those. Cars.
Oh, he technically was in Cars.
All right, so let's forget that. Charlie Wilson's War.
No.
Me either. This is bad. The Great Buck Howard.
No.
Larry Crown.
No.
I think he directed that one with Julia Roberts. And we've got. Oh, you said you haven't seen Cloud Atlas.
Correct.
That's a decent one. Although that one gets some hate, so I don't know. Saving Mr. Banks.
Parts of it.
That's a good one. Captain Phillips, I had not seen. Ithaca. Bridge of Spies.
No, I never did see that one.
I saw that one. It's just okay. Sully.
Yes, I did see that.
Was it good? I didn't see it.
It was all right.
I see that feeling. I don't want to say that's the feeling, but that's the feeling. A Hologram for the King.
No.
I don't think that's starred in that.
Yeah.
The Post.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both saw that. We're both some. The Circle with
No, I've never seen
Hogwarts.
it.
Okay.
Hogwarts.
What's her name?
Emma Thompson or Emma Stone? No, Emma Thompson. No, not Emma Thompson. Emma
Watson.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I hate us. And Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Fred Rogers.
Well, it's not out yet. Jesus Christ.
You haven't seen that yet?
All right, folks. Again, iTunes.
End this on a bad note.
All right. Tom Hanks, he's a great actor.
One of the greatest actors of all time.
And Dave just says meh to all his films. So did I, though. So, all right, folks. That is it for us. For Dave. Again, we'd really appreciate a review on iTunes.
Yeah, we love it. It'd really help out a lot.
Thank you.
I really like this echo thing. I
do too. That's really cool. Actually,
that's how we end the show.
At Dave_Quist is where you can find him. Oh, thanks. At Blockbuster Cast is our show.
Can we end the show?
We're gonna end the show.
Let's do it, buddy.
All right. Oh, okay. Man, this is crazy.
I'm back.
All right, he's back. For Dave, I'm Ben, and as always, grab some popcorn, grab some snacks. We'll catch you guys.
At the movies!